Good evening from Philadelphia and the city of brotherly love. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And here on South Broad Street, Jay, the spectrum used to reverberate. You can say the same now for Wells Fargo Center.
And you know what, Ed? All you need is a little bit of patience and a couple of top NBA draft picks, and you find guys like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid that will forever change the face of your franchise.
These days, it feels like 1983 in South Philly. Minnesota begins the game with the basketball. Gets a look. Can't hit. Embiid to Butler. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream.
Confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know.
Welcome to the stream, brother. Eyes 245. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you there, man. Good to see you there. Season's almost over with. Almost time for the playoff.
For a chance at a three-point play.
Time for my playoff.
84% free throw shooter.
Best time of the year is coming up.
Free throw up and good.
I'm very excited about it.
Play right at the start, and it's 3-0. Simmons going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. Teague with it up top. Looking to make something happen. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. To Butler. Here's a chance from long range. His first effort off the mark. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Jimmy Butler. First couple didn't go. That one is true. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Teague with the basketball. Up by 3. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Fine to shoot. Wiggins to Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. Missed his first. That one goes.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it, within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those that dropped earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, you got a dogfight.
Teague to Towns. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Karl Anthony Towns trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. To Embiid. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Towns. Cleans it up. Blocked by Embiid.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And count the basket inside.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Covington fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just does everything so well, an all-around, very good player. Offensively can knock down that shot, but better known for being a 3-and-D type wing who's a lockdown defender.
Count the basket inside.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
T-Wolves with the basketball. Oh, looks like everyone's getting into the action.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Fultz with the basketball. Trailing by 4. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Butler. Embiid. Fultz. Off the iron. No good. Moutier into the front court. Less than a minute to...
Oh! He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To Towns. For 3. Not that time. He missed it. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Moutier with it up top. They lead it. 4-point game. Off the assist. Nothing going here on that drive. Jimmy Butler. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That's it for the first quarter. It's the Timberwolves in front. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Butler. Beyond the arc for 3. Second effort. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Teague to Wiggins. Curling inside. The screen sets him up for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Fultz to Redick. Fultz. It takes a lot to keep this young man under wraps. Markelle Fultz still scores.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Shot by T won't go down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. Wiggins. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Michael Beasley. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Butler for 2. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Trying to cash in. And the rebound taken in by the T-Wolves. T to Towns. Wiggins. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Gorgie Jang, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 78% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Philadelphia with the basketball. Butler. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Andrew Wiggins, no one in the Canadians' postal code with the basket.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Jeff Teague, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Lays it up and in.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Teague with it up top. Leads 5. To Wiggins. Covington. Add 2 points to the board. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Simmons to Redick. Fires the 3. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
From long range. And it's Wiggins with the rebound. Timberwolves have the basketball. Moutier to the basket, but it's no good. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's 2 for 2 now.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Moutier into the front court. Leads 4. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
I got this foul. Let's go.
Redick. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
He'll put it up. At the buzzer, we've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Timberwolves have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The 76ers aren't down by too much at the half. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. These are the guys getting buckets.
For the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Simmons into the front court. His group now down 2. Butler And Minnesota claims the rebound. Teague with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Off the assist.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Simmons to Butler. Defense making the ball handler work. Simmons for three. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. They don't want to lose this possession. Let's see what they can do with the jump. Butler knocks down the three.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Driving right to the basket. Teague trying to finish, but he can't get it to go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
To Butler. Lets it fly from long range, and Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot three is good.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Wiggins to Teague.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Butler. Shot won't go. Teague with it up top. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
And scores. Nice footwork to get around the defender.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like I was a bug at the park.
To Butler. Joel Embiid. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Teague to Towns. Cleared out by Embiid. To Butler. Knocked loose. And Jay, they call the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Redick. Butler. And the rebound gathered in by Towns. Moutier with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. To Butler. Has a look. Butler with a shot, no good.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Has a chance. Redick with a shot, no good. To Moutier. Bell to Moutier. Karl Anthony Towns, 4 out of 10.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
To Redick. Going to launch beyond the arc.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. J.J. Redick is going to get 3 shots here for his career, 89%. Misses the first. Second and 3 is good. The Timberwolves have the basketball. T to Towns. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Butler into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Cleans it up. There's the follow. Amir Johnson with the slam.
A lot of people don't show up to their job every day with their hard hat, but he's one of the hardest working guys in the league. Good to see him get rewarded for that bucket.
Knocked loose. Redick with it. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Teague with the basketball. His guys down by 9. To Towns. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That's the end of the third quarter. The 76ers have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Simmons with it. It's a 9-point lead. Butler. And the rebound taken by the Wolves. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Can't connect. It's no good. To Teague. Beasley. Fires the 3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. The follow won't go either. That's blocked by Johnson.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Towns. Can't connect from in close. Butler to bring it up. The lead stands at 9. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
To Butler. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. 4-3. And it's Towns there to get the rebound. T. And finishes strong.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Butler into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Beyond the arc for 3. It's good. And he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm. And that's what we saw.
And he knocks it down at the line. Minnesota with the basketball. Teague to Towns. Short jumper misses. To Simmons. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Count the triple.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Teague to Beasley. To Towns, down low, to Teague. Nice pass to set things up.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Butler. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Butler fires the three. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Teague with it up top. Down a bundle. To Beasley. Goes to the right side. Towns. That won't go. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons. No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 8. Into the game for Minnesota, number 20.
Wiggins, down low Towns, and watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Teague with the basketball. His guy's down big. Gets it in the left corner. Towns. That no good. Off the mark. From long range, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Teague. That misses with 3 seconds left. A shot at the buzzer. Joel Embiid. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers were solid in today's victory. And how could I not mention all the shots they blocked in this one? You can see the confidence grow with each one, and it really fed into their success as a team. It was a pretty standout way to win. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Timberwolves didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Philadelphia 76ers
Looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their own missed shots. The way they kept extending possessions wore out the D and earned them the win.
Player of the game.
Butler could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the remaining games. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.